Hello, my name is Rachel Anise, otherwise known as the Beauty Professor. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Today, I have exactly 10 minutes to get out of the house. We're headed out as a family for the afternoon and evening, and so I'm going to walk you through what's been an everyday luxury beauty routine. Let's jump right in. All right, I'm starting with moisturized skin. I use some of my Agent Nature Holy Oil and a touch of the Augustinus Bader Rich Cream on top of that. I also mixed in a little bit of Le Métier Peau Vierge as an overall kind of glowing base. Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in shade number 8 Neutral. This is my best match for dead of winter skin. I tend to be a medium skin tone with an olive base, and the neutral shades in this Charlotte Tilbury foundation range are spot on if you're olive. It definitely gives you that golden undertone, but without washing you out or making you look gray. So I'm just gonna go in and buff it out. So here is the finished look. I just went ahead and blended it out with a silicone covered beauty sponge. I find that this foundation gives great medium coverage. All I need is a pump and I get that medium coverage finish. It blends into the skin nicely, and I get probably 8 to 9 hours of touch-up free wear. This is a natural finish foundation, neither matte nor ultra dewy, and I do think it wears really well. Over the course of the day, my skin just looks better and better with this foundation. So I'm definitely a fan, and I will continue to test it. I've been using it pretty diligently for the last 2 weeks. So with concealer, I'm working with the brand new Clé de Peau, whoa, that's silky. The brand new Clé de Peau concealer. This is an iconic formulation, well worth the splurge. A little goes a long way, and a tube will last you a very long time, even with regular usage. My match is Buff, and that is a medium beige with some warm undertones, as you can see there. And this has been reformulated. I'll try to do a side-by-side comparison, and I'll be sharing swatches of every shade in this new concealer formulation soon. But in the meanwhile, I will say that this feels extremely silky. I thought the original was creamy and silky. This is even silkier. It also has SPF 25 protection and a very natural finish that just looks like real skin. It totally blurs out the darkness in my under eyes here, and I probably won't need to reapply, but I like to have Buff in my bag because it's one of those products that you can just touch up your face if you need to, because it is such a good match for my skin. On a side note, I did just have the original Buff in my bag, and so I wanted to swatch them side by side. Here is the new Buff, here is the original Buff. They are exactly the same from a color standpoint. That's encouraging for all of us who might have a match in this formulation already. I think there's going to be a direct shade to shade correlation, but like I said, I will swatch everything soon. For bronzer, I am working with a luxury favorite. This is the Sisley Photo Touche Sun Glow Bronzing Gel Powder. Long name, brilliant bronzer. I have been using this single compact for at least half a year, and I still have not hit pan. I use it regularly. Look at how it warms up the face without any kind of orange tones. It's a very true tan brown. It looks good on a wide spectrum of complexions. It does just come in one shade, but I do think it's extremely versatile. Also, it has the most glorious finish. It's a powder, but it feels almost like a gel slash cream in terms of how well it melts into the skin. I just bring bronzer around the perimeter of my face, as you guys can see, a little bit down the neck because it's always lighter down there, and I just want to make everything seamless. A little bit on the top of my nose, and then yes, the hollows of the cheeks all around there. A little bit on the chin. Blush is a quick, easy go-to. This is the Saint Cosmetics Frosé blush. It's a mixture of kind of pink and mauve, a cool tone that looks lovely on all complexions, and it's really soft and subtle. You can see it just catches the light, but it's not ultra shimmery. It blurs pores and fine lines. Just makes your complexion look so good. Very natural, and every single one of my followers who has tried this shade has come back to tell me how much they love it. A pan is very generous, so you'll get a lot of use from a single compact, but I definitely have one on backup because I use this so much. I'm gonna go in and line my lips right now with the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in Muted Pink. This is my third pencil in this particular shade. I love it because it's unlike all other lip pencils in my collection. It truly is a soft, muted, kind of mauve-y pink that allows you to cheat your lip line really easily while still keeping it natural looking. Also, it plays well with all of my pinky nudes and peachy nudes. It's just a really good base color. You can also just fill your lips and top it with gloss if you want, but I am gonna go in with a different lip color today. Brows today is the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. This has been very hard to get in recent months. I've gone through multiple tubes over the years, but I will make sure to link to a couple other brow gels that I've been using as well. I just happened to find a surprise backup of this one while I was cleaning out my bathroom recently. Do you ever do that? You have some backups you forgot you had. That was the fortuitous discovery for me. And so I pulled it into rotation. Like, heck, I'm gonna use it. This might be my last one of life. I don't know, but I'm going to enjoy it. In the meanwhile, I do have some other great brow gels I've discovered, so I will link to those below. And I just like a really feathery, natural brow. This is all I do. No pencil, one step. But a touch of cream blush on the apples of my cheeks just for some additional dimension. This is the L'Amitié des Beautés Creme Fraiche tint. And this is a really pretty kind of nude pink. It's actually got more pigment than you would expect for a cream blush highlighter hybrid. Apply conservatively, that's what I like to do. Just tap it in with my finger and you can just see it gives a nice bounce to the cheeks. For eyes today, I'm working with this Tom Ford palette. I got it earlier this year and I rediscovered it recently and have been wearing it nonstop. It's in the shade Naked Pink. It has 3 shimmery shades and 1 very soft matte shade you can use as an all-over base. I'll start there just to kind of prime my lids. And then I will go in with the deeper shades next. If you like a soft neutral eye, you will love this. It's not going to give you like dark smoky effect because all the shades are pretty light, but as is the case with all Tom Ford quads, you're going to get some really interesting colors, strong color payoff, minimal creasing and minimal fallout. Okay, so I'm moving into the next shade right now, the darker shade, and just moving that through. It's a darker beige. And then I'm gonna go in with this rosy shade. All right, so the rosy shade you can see just adds beautiful dimension to the eye. Nothing overt, nothing super dramatic, but very pretty. Excellent for minimalist makeup days and also just for an everyday look. It has a touch of shine. A girlfriend of mine told me that, who tried this after I'd been suggesting it, told me that she actually applied a little bit of the rosy shadow on her cheeks. And it does add a nice shine. It kind of brings everything together. Now the last shade I'm using my finger with, and this is a very, very shimmery shade, and you can just see it adds these really pronounced kind of flecks of light to the eye. Oh my gosh, so good. So I'm just adding that in here, bringing it up. I'm a big believer in a fast eye. Oftentimes I just do a single wash of color, but in this case, because I have 4 shades, I'm going to use them all. And that's the finished eye look. I just have a few more products to go. I'm going to go in with lips right now. This is an Estee Lauder lipstick in the shade Seduce. Very creamy, super strong color payoff. Look at this pinky peach. So nice. Really fresh. It brightens up the face and it's very moisturizing. And then I'm going to top it with a Lawless Forget the Filler gloss. It's a plumping gloss, and this is in the shade Annie. This is one of the newer shades in the lineup, and it's kind of a radiant nude beige, a champagne with a little bit of peachy pink in it. Just make everything really juicy. There it is. This is the final touches for eyes. I'm going to use the Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin KAJAL eyeliner in Ash right now and just bring it along my waterline. I use this pencil almost every day because it's so great on the waterline. It's good for sensitive eyes, very creamy, very pigmented, and it does not budge, which is rare on the waterline. It's kind of like a hybrid of black, brown, and gray. I feel like something dark on the waterline just makes the eyes pop. In this case, I'm getting away with 3 products for the eyes only. because the last step here will be mascara. I'm using the LAWLESS mascara. It's a one and done formulation, and it creates the best length and volume. It literally is a false lash effect, but it doesn't smudge. It's a clean formulation that doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge. I'm on my 3rd tube right now. And once again, everyone that I suggest this to comes back to tell me that they're just in love with it. It's such a good formula. Look at the difference already. Insane. And I barely put it on. All right, lashes are finished. Can you just see the dramatic volume? This is like a coat and a half. And once it dries down, there'll be no transferring, no smudging. Finally, for highlighter, I'm applying just a touch of the iconic London Illuminator. This is in the original shade. I put it on my hand and I use the same beauty sponge to just apply to the high points of my face. You can see it gives this really lovely illumination. It's just very concentrated, so you want to just use the tiniest bit and then just go into high points here. And that's the look. For hair, I'm just applying a touch of the Agent Nature Holy Silk. This is a collaboration with Derek Hay, and I just use 1 or 2 drops on my second day hair here. I'm just bringing it through for some definition. It adds shine and manageability. It also takes care of any kind of static, which there is a lot of static today. So look at this. My hair is just like ready to go with this oil. I just went to go grab my LAWLESS Glam Guard. This is a great setting spray. Yes, my daughter Joey just popped in. Real life.
And already
it's such a fine mist and a really clean formulation. So everything's going to stay locked in place all day. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. I would love to know what products stood out to you, which ones you might already use and you're loving. This is the first of many shorter videos that I intend to film this year. So let me know what other kind of looks you'd like to see in the comments, and I will be back soon. In the meanwhile, do not forget to visit me at Beauty Professor, which can be found at beautyprofessor.com. Take care.
Bye.